we're getting together, making it happen. WRBN, Warner Robins. And the beat goes on.
What is going on?
Drinking a cold beer. About to smoke a cigarette. Hanging with the homies.
All right.
Trying to figure out how to do a podcast. This is our live first one. So either we're going to post it or we won't. And it may be a trial, but here we are.
He's in. Welcome, welcome. WRBN Podcast.
WRBN Podcast. We're going to be coming at you on the regular here soon, so y'all be ready for that. Anyway, this is my man Brad Darnell. I am Danny Boone from the band Rehab from Warner Robins, Georgia, part of the Warner Robins Broadcast Network. And we just figured we'd get in the groove that everybody else is in and try to start a podcast and have fun with our friends and let them into have a sip.
So we're going to peel the onion is what we're going to do.
Peel the onion.
We are going to peel the onion.
Don't be
I'm going to
peeling.
sit Danny down and see what's going on with him. People want to know, want to maybe pop that top off. Maybe
I think I'll
maybe we can get pop his top off
that-
and we'll see what's going on.
So yeah, he took a photo shoot for me, or did a photo shoot. I did a photo. I don't know how it is. He did the photo shoot. He had the camera, and I'm sitting there. You know, you're posing and this and that, blah blah blah, and all of a sudden he just goes, "Now, how about pop that top off?" And I'm like, "You sick bastard!" It was really uncomfortable. I ain't gonna lie. It was in my own.
Very cringy, and that's the way I like to do it. But let's admit that you just fogged me out, and I mean it was so bad. It was so bad.
I was.
It was so bad. It was like you shit your pants. I mean, so here we are in his kitchen just doing a photo shoot, and it's like he shit his pants, and I'm sitting here going, okay.
It's like I shit my pants.
Yeah, it's fucking. You dusted the room, as they say.
I farted.
Yeah,
This is getting
it was-
weird.
it
I
was
farted,
bad.
and you told me to take my shirt off. That's so bad.
Not
It's
like it,
he's
not
taking
consecutively.
pictures. I fart.
Not
And he's
consecutively.
like, how about pop?
Are you trying to say that?
I don't know what I'm trying to say. I'm just going with the facts
Duke
and seeing how
did the
shit.
Duke turn me on? That's bad. It didn't happen in that. It didn't happen in that order.
I think it did.
It did not happen in that order. First, I was just casually doing some pictures, and then
Casually.
and then it was just so bad. I thought, man, this guy had to just shit his pants, but nope, he did not.
I have, but several times.
Not that day.
Not that day.
Okay. Anyway, so here we are. We want to get in. I really, really, really want to get into this. So let's hunker down and start talking about your musical interest and all that stuff. And I want to go from the start. And I really want to ask you. So, how were you conceived?
Oh.
How are you conceived?
Same way everybody else was.
No, like the position.
Huh? The position?
The position. I'm just kidding.
I
I'm
have
just kidding.
no idea.
I'm just kidding.
I have a good memory.
What I want to know is, where were you born?
Warner Robins, Georgia.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I was born in Warner Robins, Georgia.
Because I've read online it was Lafayette.
What?
I'm not kidding you.
Lafayette?
All right. Okay, man.
So I was born in Lafayette.
That's what it said.
Or Lafayette, as they call it around here.
Is it Lafayette, Georgia?
They call it Lafayette, and
Okay,
it's
well,
obviously Lafayette.
that's where they said
Like-
you were born. I'm just relaying messages. So you were born in Warner Robins. This is starting to sound
You're
like a
fucking
Leslie
weirding
Nope.
me out
This is
now,
starting to
'cause
sound
I'm
like a
like,
Leslie
was I
Nope deal.
born?
Were you born here or not?
I don't know now. I landed on all fours at the top of a mountain, crashed down in a thundercloud, and I'm just kidding. I was born in Warner Robins, Georgia, at the Houston County Hospital.
Okay.
It's what I
Okay. I'm not.
what I've been told.
I'm not arguing with you. Okay, that's cool. When was that?
1969, May 31st, 1969.
All right. 1969. What a cool year.
Oh yeah, that's very fun. What kind of corny shit? This is our first one. He's trying to be all interesting and shit. You know what I
No,
mean?
I'm just saying.
69. What a dork.
What a fucking dumb joke. What a dumb joke that
What
was.
a great year.
I was born in that year, so I'm just saying.
Yeah.
All right. Well, anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway. So you were born in Warner Robins, Georgia.
Very true too.
And you
yeah.
grew up like most people born in 1969, like, having a big wheel.
No memory.
Having no memory of
It
this
was
shit because so many
1969.
concussions. And you
I'd
were
have
just
fuck-
born. Okay.
Yeah, I
So
can't-
let's fast forward to like when you were 5.
All right.
All right. You had a big wheel probably.
5.
Something like that.
I had.
Don't be telling me you had a green machine.
I did
This
have-
conversation's
I did have
over.
a green machine. And I had a big wheel.
What a
at the time.
fucking snob. Had a green machine.
But we tore them bitches up. I remember. Yes. Anyway, yeah, I had a green machine, and I was born in Warner Robins. What was the question? Saturday, April 22nd, rehab at the Branch House Tavern at 7 o'clock, Flowery Branch, Georgia. Come get it. Saturday, April the 29th, rehab at the Granada Theater at 7 p.m., Minneapolis, Minnesota. Come get you some. There we go.
I think it was about big wheels, but let's move on to my question. What I wanted to ask you is, what was the first song that really made you feel it? All up inside.
I mean, I don't know about all that. I know the first song that I recall singing is Delta Dawn. And, Delta Dawn, what's that flower you have on? Yeah, I was probably around kindergarten that time. Maybe a little bit before that. I was.
Oh yeah, little Danny singing Delta Dawn. I can see it.
Oh,
I can
man.
see it. You probably had pipes back then.
I know that Daddy still calls her baby. I don't know what that meant, but but yeah, we did. I listened to a lot of music growing up. Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about let's talk about the Kiss phase.
All right.
We all had it if you were that old, if you were that age. So I read somewhere online. No, I know where I read it online. It's on your bio on Rehab, but it's talking about how you almost failed the 4th grade because of Kiss.
Yeah. Me and a friend of mine, Mark Deeb, and actually Pat Chastain was in that class too, so that was like a triple threat. And we was bad. I mean, not really bad, but me and Mark were really creative, and he drew, and I drew as well. And he was into Kiss, I was into Kiss. He was into Mad magazines, I was into Mad magazine.
Yeah,
and
popular back then.
yeah, and
What Kiss record was it?
I think Kiss Destroyer was the first one that I was going, and I never could get past the first song. It was my favorite, Detroit Rock City. And it was my favorite one, and I don't know why. Maybe because they wrecked at the end, but the mental video that it put with the cars jangling, with the keys jangling, and they get in the car and close the door, and
they're running through the radio. And
it's kind of an anti-drunk driving, don't party song. Like you went to a rock concert and now you head on into it's really a dark opening. And it was the first, it wasn't the first record I ever got, but it was the first song on that album.
What was the first record you ever got?
And I was 5. For my 5th birthday, my grandfather bought me a record player because he got tired of me sitting in front of his in their house, and I would just listen to old records over and over and over, and I would just trip out on it. I like to listen to records. And,
nothing like the sound of vinyl.
Yeah, it was dope. And back then, some of them were acetate and just like old. I still got some of them. But
we're in the boom box. If y'all didn't know, he's all pointing over here to his records or something.
But the first record I ever got was Take This Job and Shove It. My grandfather bought it for me. And
Johnny Paycheck.
And I played it so loud and we lived like across from my grandfather, and I would play it just loud. And we had windows open back then.
That's an air conditioner.
Yeah.
No air conditioner. It's a window open, a fan on.
Yeah, attic fan.
Oh, yeah.
Attic fan. But anyway, so I would do that, and I played it really loud, and he called on my on my 5th birthday when he gave me the record and the thing, and he called and he said, "Man, you got to turn that shit down." He said, "I can hear it all the way up here at the house." And it was Take This Job and Shove It. And
You wore it out.
I always felt like he gave me that as a reason, like as a hidden message. Like
of something to
hey,
go by
son,
in life.
Yeah. Like,
take this job
hey,
and
son,
shove it your whole fucking life. You're like,
it's gonna suck.
I'm not working here no more.
No. Yeah.
Man, I remember them playing that on the radio. It was such a big hit. Mm-hmm. So that was your first record.
Take this job and shove. I was always a mimic of all the people I would listen to. So that's really how I kind of.
That was your first record. Then was the whole Kiss thing, which we were all into. If you were that age, if you liked rock and roll, what was next? So I mean, let's say you're still in Warner Robins. You're baseball. Play baseball.
Play baseball, football, basketball. Actually rewind back to getting kicked out of, or almost.
Hang on, kicked out. What?
Almost fell in 4th grade.
Okay.
I was easily distracted. I don't know, some people call it autism. Some people call it he can't sit still. Some people call it he's too smart. He needs to go to the focus group. And then when you get there, they kick you out of that and tell you, no, he needs to go to the speech bus and learn how to talk.
Oh, shit, they did that to me.
No doubt.
They did it to me. And I thought it was always weird. And they're like, okay, say this. And I didn't really bitch because it was such an easy class. Say such.
Get in a bus?
Such. Yes.
It was a green and white bus?
Yeah, and you had to put these headphones on
and
sometimes.
Sit around and go.
Yeah, and make sounds.
Yeah. And I always thought it was because I had buck teeth. But
That's strange. So you
Yeah,
had
it-
speech class.
yeah, I had
I'm sure you fucking aced
they
that.
couldn't tell what to do with me. And then Kiss came along, and then I was in 4th grade, and I wasn't doing well. And
Were you dressing up like Gene Simmons and showing up to class?
no, I dressed like Peter Criss.
Peter Criss, the
when
drummer.
When I went on.
Went on tour?
No, when I. Yeah. That's an age.
Hey, he's
the
going-
old age joke. That's good.
I think that you should fucking come out like Peter Criss on tour one of these nights, just total makeup. That would be great. What do you think about
I
that?
hear you calling,
Then you could cover
but I
Beth.
can't go home right
Why
now.
you would do that?
Girl,
You would.
just can't find a sound. On Destroyer, I was kind of like a fad. It was like a... But because Mark Deeb could draw, and I felt competitive to draw with him, I learned how to draw Gene Simmons. And he could always draw way better than me. But I learned how to draw Gene Simmons, and it got to where we get spelling test or science test or whatever. They give you a sheet with all these things to answer. And I just
Y'all just drew a picture of Gene
draw
Simmons.
a picture of Gene Simmons and send it and give it back to the teacher.
I'm assuming you got a 0 for that.
Yeah.
They
We weren't doing good in 4th grade.
they were like not a bad G. They weren't Kiss fans.
No. And what it was is they had to separate us, So I sat in the front right by the teacher's desk. Mark sat, over.
They had to separate you.
Yeah, it was bad. It was bad. I mean, I don't know how I ever got through school.
And that was what, 4th grade?
Yeah. And then I went 4th grade.
So did you have what was it, 1st through 5th?
No, it was 1st through 6th. But then in 4th grade, they had to, my parents came, intervened or whatever, and sent me to Central Fellowship Christian Academy, which was a great school. We won the state championship in basketball. I remember that. But
Really?
Yeah. Well, that was ninth grade. That ain't really like a state championship. That's just a junior JV state championship. But we won that bitch. And
He's talking about
We beat
JV
Athens
champions.
Christian.
Okay, hang on.
But so we went out there. I went out there to Central Fellowship and
What grade?
4th, and then I went back to public school after that because that was expensive. You know what I mean? And Central Fellowship was kind of like a school back then. It was a Christian school, Christian-based program. And
How, did you get along with the kids and everything there? Or no?
yeah, everybody was cool,
Okay.
but they were all really what they were is a lot of troubled kids that didn't do well in public school.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
what do I know? I was only in 4th grade.
Well, you were just in 4th grade. You didn't know much.
Yeah.
RehabTheBand.com, where you can get all of your news, tour information, music, videos, and our store where you can get all of your cool rehab merch. That's RehabTheBand.com. So,
Don't
5th
know
grade.
much,
So 5th grade came and went.
but I know I love you.
6th grade. So middle school.
Middle school.
We're hitting the 80s.
Now, middle school, 7th grade,
Music started changing.
I went back. Yeah.
Music started changing. 80s come around.
Pac-Man fever. Yeah. We had
Pac-Man
Pac-Man fever. Motherfucking
Well, you know,
Leonard Skinner died. Jay Giles band.
you had
I remember. Yeah.
AC/DC.
AC/DC.
Back
and
in Black came out in 1980.
Backmasking.
Changed everything.
Backmasking. Y'all remember that? Record burnings and backmasking and people playing records backwards. And
I do remember that.
Smoke marijuana. Remember that?
I do remember that.
Yeah.
If you play a record backwards, one of those things. Yeah. You should do that.
I don't. What am I going to say? I mean,
buy our records.
Yeah.
Well, what happened was that they took Judas Priest to court, and Judas Priest said exactly that. They said if we were going to backmask anything on this, we would buy our records, but we didn't do that.
Buy a record, or
makes sense.
Children, cut the grass for your parents, and they would have all went out and did it.
Anyway,
just kidding.
Oh my God. So you're a star in 5th grade. I'm taking it.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I was just a kid that got in little trouble and got in a few fights. Just a regular kid. I think we was just back then little boys were really, really rambunctious. We used to sneak beers when we was little. Go to, my parents had a friend named Jimmy Foskey.
Yeah.
Who worked at
How old were you here?
At a beer plant.
A beer plant? So you
that's probably 6. It was 6 because his wife took us to and from school, Becky. And they had a red Monte Carlo with a black top, and
he remembers all
a
this.
maroon Monte Carlo with a black top, and I remember just riding in that car and listening to. They had black seats on the inside, and when it was hot, them seats burnt the shit out your legs. But we'd be riding.
When you had your cutoff shorts on?
No, we didn't wear shorts to school back then. You couldn't.
Oh, it's a school.
Yeah, it was 1st grade.
Oh shit. And
we'd be riding around. We are family. Listening to that, and WRBN, the original radio station call letters. That's what we was listening to.
Any KC and the Sunshine Band?
KC and the
I was
Sunshine
all
Band.
about some KC and Sunshine Band when I was in 1st, 2nd grade.
Pink Floyd would play, but commercial radio was different back then, and they would play just a mix of music. It was good, play some Otis Redding, play some Bee Gees, and they'd play some, this and that, and then,
Pop radio was so much better back then. It was so all over the place.
I think it was too, just off memories, but I'm very sure that the same complaint by artists was had back then. I you know what I mean? Like, the radio's garbage. Everything's garbage to somebody. I like a lot of
70s
jams, just whatever. I like Billy Joel, that shit.
Billy Joel, you were just singing some earlier.
He's a rapper almost. It's like
Billy Joel.
Billy Joel is shit.
I started on the greatest hits 1 and 2. It'll make you love Billy Joel.
Yeah, it's like there's certain albums that have no.
You should cover a Billy Joel song. Would you do an 80s Billy Joel?
Like,
or would you do a 70s Billy Joel?
For the longest time. Time. Yeah.
All right.
Don't drink Pepsi, always Coke. You got the right one, baby. Dope. Maybe we'll get a sponsorship.
Maybe we will.
Maybe we'll get a dookie.
I doubt
it. We'll get shit. We'll damn sponsor. We're sponsored by Doo-Doo.
It's shit.
Hey, and it's everywhere. And without Doo-Doo, you'd have no vegetables.
All right. Time to get into unreleased music.
All right.
So,
I haven't heard this in a long time. I actually forgot about it, and it's, I don't know, it's a weird time.
When did this come out?
I really have no idea exactly. I would guess around 2000.
5?
What'd you do? Look up on the thing?
No, I'm just fucking smart like that.
Yeah. That's why.
It says on this presentation of this track, it says that this thing was a unreleased cuts volume 2 in 2005.
Okay. Well, if that's the artwork that was really on the thing,
That's not the artwork that was on there. That's old. That's later artwork.
I can't tell you. I've done a lot of.
I've got the T-shirt.
A lot of stuff, but let's see what it sounds like because I'm curious. I hope it's not whack as fuck, but it might be. Let me see.
Straight up.
Oh yeah. Welcome to the Quiet Storm.
I love the guitar on it already.
It's so beautiful that you're so ugly, and it's so crazy that you're insane. And I'm so certain that I'm uncertain. And where I come from is where I came. And all I need to know is that I need nothing, cause I got it all when I got none. There's so much greatness in every loser. Sometimes the bravest thing to do is run.
But I'll fight till all the blood leaves my body. My mood swings, I get rude, things get retarded. My teeth damn near grit till my jawbone splits. Try to keep my composure, come on D, don't trip. I'm trying to get back to just being schoolboy cool, but folks wanna play ya like a do-boy fool. I'm leaning on liquor to stay in to even kill the whole bag of dro, and I still can't even chill.
You're brilliant. Maybe your weakness is your strength. Sometimes the winner wears the black eye. One more sober and I'll get drank. In one hand is your destiny, in the other hand, well, that's your fate. The truth may come a little early, son, but it will never be too late.
I can be nice, but the flip side's hideous at times. My thinking murderous, surrounded by idiots. I pray for patience, though, their thinking is ancient. Half these phonies acting all pimp cause they ain't shit. I'm looking for in the pockets, but I can look you in the eye. Knock yours out the sockets if you give me a try. Life can be a kick in the balls, your dreams stall out. Watching these assholes with all the cream ball out.
Beautiful. All right. All right.
Taking the third caller, y'all call it. You down in damn Bobby, come by time barbecue. Oh yeah.
All right. So I was wrong. It was 2002. This comes from the Cause We Can
Batch.
Yeah,
Like
cause we can batch.
Fell off the table.
Yep.
I could probably, for the most part, give you a little backstory on a lot of that kind of shit. I remember a time when I was a little kid, we was going swimming. My aunt was taking us swimming, and it was like, I guess the first time it ever happened in my young life, and it was sun shining like a mug, and it was just raining, like, just whoa. But it was sun shining, and we was in this little orange VW Bug. We went to one of our friends' house to go swimming, and I thought it was so cool that I was in the sunshine, already wet from the rain, and I get to go swimming. And I remember just being like almost overloaded by that when I was a little kid. It was like, this is the craziest thing. I come up and it's rain. I don't know, my imagination, I was like, I'm a fireman. I'm going to turn a ship over and get everybody out or something. You know what I mean? Your mind goes, pew. So that's me.
With that, we're going to wrap it up. And that's going to be the first one. It's in the bag, I think.
All right.
What do you think?
I think, if anybody out there wants to sponsor anything, we're going to work something out. If not, we were going to keep doing it. We're going to do some episodes and keep putting them out. And rehab addicts, tell everybody to get with WRBN. And
hey, y'all come subscribe, like, share.
Come check out our Patreon. We will see you next time.